just sitting there. Looks like I only got a one-way ticket over here. I sure wish I could give you one more kiss. And war was just a game we played when we were kids. Well, I'm laying down my gun, I'm hanging up my boots. I'm up here with God and we're both watching over you. So lay me down in that open field out on the edge of town. And oh my soul, it's where my mama always prayed that it would go. But if you're reading this, I'm already home. If you're reading this halfway around the world, I won't be there to see the birth of our little girl. I hope she looks like you, I hope she fights like me, and stands up for the innocent and the weak. I'm laying down my gun, I'm hanging up my boots. Tell Dad I don't regret that I followed in his shoes.
Did you know Chalkie Fleek was killed on his dad's birthday? His family said that his dad was never the same after his death.
He was killed on May 28, 1969 in Vietnam. This year is the 50th anniversary of his death.
What happened? I know that most soldiers are brave, but what exactly did he do?
It was during an ambush that Chalkie's unit encountered an enemy force. Chalkie began to open fire as the enemy began to withdraw. A battle began and Chalkie, a squad leader, saw the grenade that landed among his men. At least 8 soldiers were near it and they did not see the grenade. He warned them and threw himself on top of it. His Medal of Honor states his gallant action undoubtedly saved the lives or prevented the injury of at least 8 of his fellow soldiers.
Doesn't the President of the United States hand out this award?
Yes. Chalkie's family went to Washington, D.C. after his death, and President Richard Nixon gave them the award in honor of Chalkie. The Medal of Honor is the highest award given by the U.S. for valor in battle against an enemy. So far, 3,502 have been awarded this medal since it started in 1863. Chalkie is the only one to ever receive it from Boone County. What does the Medal of Honor say?
The very first line is, for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity in action at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty. Gallantry means courageous behavior, especially in battle. Intrepidity means fearless and adventurous. He is a role model for all Americans.
Hi, I'm Shane Manel, and this is Sonny, Chalkie Fleek's brother. And I got a question for you. What inspired Chalkie to go into the Army?
He was drafted.
Oh, okay. And
I was drafted.
you were drafted too. Did you really like going into the Army? Were you confident that you were gonna serve for our country very well, and you were pursued to be here, and you were supposed to be in the Army? Okay.
Okay.
What do you want people to remember about Chalkie?
Everybody loved him, and he'd do anything for you.
So when Chalkie got the Medal of Honor, what was your feelings?
Great.
Great. You were very happy, and you were glad he got it. Yeah. So, why do you think he deserves the Medal of Honor?
You never know. When you're in a position like that, you never know what's going to happen. And you just take things as they come along. It was pretty We're pretty proud of him winning
Yeah.
Medal of Honor.
How did Chalkie's death impact you guys as a family?
We just looking for him to come home, because
See, tell me how it impacted the family when Chalkie died.
Well, when it happened, I saw how Sonny, he knew what it was like to go through this whole thing through his life, and I know how it impacted his heart very hard.
What about his dad, Robbie?
His dad never got over it. He was sad for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
The family reports that the mother had to go on, but she had a little girl. They had a 2-year-old little girl, Carla, but that the dad really just never could get over it. And he actually died on his dad's birthday.
Yeah. And that's the thing that really touches you, and on how one of your family members, you die on their birthday, and I don't get how they went through it.
Okay, my name is Alice Brown. When I lived in Petersburg, it was Leek. And I used to sit out on my front porch late at night when I couldn't sleep, and I said, you could hear Chalkie from coming from downtown. He'd come up the one street that he lived on, and he'd start at the first house, and he'd say, "Hi, Wanda." And he'd come a little bit farther, and then he would say, "Hi, Alice." Then he'd go a little bit farther, and the girl that lived there, her name was Sherry, which was a sister-in-law to Sonny. Sonny Fleek. She was his sister-in-law. And he would holler, "Hi, Sherry." He was one great guy. We loved him to death.
It was told by many people to me that Chalkie made a trip through Petersburg the night before he left for the service, shaking hands with all of them and telling them that he was leaving to go to the service, and how much they meant to him and to think of him. And then it also was told to me that they used to meet, he and a bunch of the fellas used to meet on the street corner down here in Petersburg. And like young fellows, they talked about different things. And he told them he was leaving and that he would never be back to Petersburg. And they said to him, "Oh, Chalk," he said, "don't talk like that." Said, "You have to be optimistic." He said, "I'm telling you right now, I will never be back to Petersburg."
Hi, I'm Abigail Abden from Kelly Elementary, and welcome to Petersburg, home of Chalkie Fleek, our hero. This is the childhood home of Chalkie Fleek. He was born and raised in Petersburg, and he is our hometown hero. Not only was Chalkie a military hero, he served in his local fire department. He truly had a servant's heart. On May 27th, 1969, Chalkie was serving in the military when a grenade was thrown in his battlecraft. He made the split-second decision to jump on the grenade, saving 8 men. Not only was he saving the 8 men in his battlecraft with him, he also saved all of us when he was out serving. That is why Chalkie is a hero to me. When you look up the definition of Medal of Honor, it gives you the definition of heroes who went above and beyond the call of duty.
That's why Chalkie Fleek is our hometown hero.
If you're reading this, I'm already home.